The first time they shoved my face into a locker, I almost killed them. Not metaphorically. I was so mad. I mean, I calculated 3 different ways to snap his neck before his friends even realized what happened. And I had to physically bite my tongue to stop myself. Because I wasn't supposed to be her. My name used to make governments nervous. I was the kind of problem they didn't talk about in public. Contracts whispered in encrypted rooms, targets erased without a trace. For 10 years, I was the best. Clean. Precise. Untouchable. Then I died. At least, that's what the world believes. Now I wake up every morning in a small bedroom painted pastel pink, staring at a ceiling covered in glow-in-the-dark stars. My name is Lily Carter. 16 years old. New transfer student. Favorite subject, apparently math. Weakness, everything. And today, I'm late for school. I grab my backpack, still not used to how light it feels compared to the weapons I once carried, and rush out the door. My foster mom yells something about lunch money, but I'm already halfway down the street, heart pounding. Not from fear, but from restraint. Because this life? It's the hardest mission I've ever had. At school, it starts immediately. Look who finally showed up, Jake mutters as I walk past. He sticks his foot out just enough to trip me. I stumble, catch myself. Barely. In my old life, that foot would have been broken before it touched the ground again. Now, I just keep walking. Don't react. Don't engage. Don't exist. That's the rule. But it gets worse. In class, someone sticks gum in my hair. In the hallway, my books get knocked out of my hands. At lunch, they dump a tray over my head, milk dripping down my face while everyone laughs. And the entire time I say nothing. Because if I slip, just once, it's over. You're probably wondering why someone like me would ever end up like this. It wasn't a choice. The mission was supposed to be simple. High-profile target. Private estate. In and out in under 7 minutes. I'd done harder jobs blindfolded. But it was a setup. The moment I stepped inside, I knew something was wrong. Too quiet. Too clean. Then the lights cut out, and everything went red. Traps. Armed guards. Snipers. And someone on the comms, laughing. End of the line, they said. I fought my way out, of course I did. I always do. But not without damage. Bullet through my side. Blood loss. Vision fading. I remember collapsing in the rain thinking, this is it. Then darkness. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. Different body. Different face. Different life. A man sat beside me. Calm. Watching. You're officially dead, he said. We gave you a second chance. New identity. Clean slate. I tried to sit up. Pain exploded through me. Why? Because, he said, we still need you. But not as an assassin. That was the twist. They didn't save me to retire me. They saved me for something worse. Back in the present, I sit in the cafeteria, picking at soggy fries while whispers circle around me like vultures. She's so weird. Why doesn't she fight back? Easy target. They're not wrong. But they don't know what I'm holding back. Then she sits down across from me. Emma. She's different. Quiet but not weak. Observant. The kind of person who notices things others don't. You could have stopped them, she says softly, like she's commenting on the weather. I freeze. What? In the hallway. Jake. You moved before he even touched you. She tilts her head. That's not normal. My pulse spikes. Lucky reflex. I say, forcing a shrug. She studies me for a long second, then smiles. Right. And just like that I know, she doesn't believe me. Things escalate that week. Jake and his friends corner me after school. Empty hallway. No teachers. No witnesses. Why don't you ever fight back? He sneers, shoving me against the wall. Think you're better than us? My vision sharpens. Instincts flare. 3 of them. 1 behind me. 2 in front. Distance close. Escape routes limited. I could end this in 5 seconds. For if I'm efficient. My hands curl into fists. Don't. But then he grabs my hair and slams my head back. And something inside me snaps. Time slows. I move. His wrist twists under my grip before he even realizes I've touched him. A sharp turn. He drops to his knees screaming. The second guy lunges. I sidestep, drive my elbow into his throat. He collapses, gasping. The third one freezes. Good choice. I step closer, ice cold. Walk away, I whisper. He runs. Silence fills the hallway, broken only by groans on the floor. And just like that, it's over. But so am I. Because I broke the rule. The next morning, everything changes. No one touches me. No one speaks to me. Word spread. Fast. But that's not the problem. The problem is the black car parked outside my house. I see it the moment I step out. Engine running. Windows tinted. My stomach tightens. They found me. I get in without a word. The same man from the hospital sits inside, hands folded. You couldn't help yourself, he says calmly. They were going to hurt me. They were hurting you, he corrects. That was the point. I stare at him. What? He sighs, like I'm a disappointing student. This entire setup, your new life, the school, the bullying, it wasn't random. Cold dread creeps in. It was training. The words hit harder than any punch. We needed to see if you could suppress your instincts. If you could live as someone else. Blend in. Be human. I laugh, but there's no humor in it. So you threw me into hell to see if I'd behave? Yes. And if I didn't? He meets my eyes. Then you're still exactly what we need. Silence. Then he leans forward. A situation has developed. A target we can't reach through conventional means. But a high school girl. He pauses. No one suspects her. My chest tightens. No, I say. You don't have a choice. I think about the locker. The laughter. The way I felt. Small, powerless, trapped. Then I think about who I used to be. Who's the target? I ask quietly. He smiles. That's my girl. That night, I sit on my bed, staring at my reflection. Lily Carter looks back at me. Soft. Young. Harmless. A lie. Because underneath, I'm still her. The world's #1 assassin. But now, I understand something I didn't before. Strength isn't just about how hard you can hit. It's about how much you can hold back. And when you finally decide not to, tomorrow I go back to school. Not as a victim. Not as a ghost. But as something far more dangerous. A weapon. Hiding in plain sight. And this time, I won't hesitate.